What's up guys, and welcome to the School Zone. I finally have a deadline for the No Mod Shop Class Settlement Building Contest. Those of you who follow the series have heard me hinting at it for a while now, and I wanted to wait until there was a good amount of lessons under the belt that you could incorporate into your builds. But now that we're into the double black diamond lessons, it's time to make it official. I will be announcing the winners on July 1st. That date is special because it's exactly 1 year since the No Mod Shop Class started. Man, I can't believe how time flies. Anyway, it's definitely been one of the most successful playlists on the channel, so I want to honor that and thank you guys by doing something really memorable with this contest. And I'm calling it a contest instead of a challenge because there's going to be real prize giveaways to the winners. Pretty hefty prizes, in fact. We'll get to all that in a moment. Oh, and while I'm talking here, I'm going to fill in the rest of the junk fence walls I started a few videos back here at Overland Station. You know, just to give you something visually interesting to look at while I talk about the contest so you're not staring at my character the whole time. Okay, first let's work backwards from the deadline. So July 1st is when I'll be announcing the 5 winners of the contest in order from 1st to 5th place. Or, you know, 5th to 1st place. But in order to announce the winners on July 1st, I'll need to compile and sort all the entries ahead of time. Make sure they followed the rules and all that. Then what I'll do is narrow all the entries to what I think are the top 5 contenders. That part is where I'll be the judge. But then we'll get democratic. What I'll do is make a second video where I'll showcase those top 5 contenders, and you guys will decide the order of the winners from 1st to 5th place by way of a poll. That way I can get you guys involved in the process too, and it'll ultimately be a community decision. So in order to have time to compile all the entries and make the showcase video, and then compile the votes from the poll, the actual deadline for entries will be June 1st. That gives you exactly 2 months to build your masterpiece settlement and package it all up for submission. I'll have that showcase video posted around mid-June or so, and then you guys will have about 2 weeks to vote in the poll on who you think the winner should be. Then I'll post the final winner video on July 1st. Okay, now let's talk prizes and then the rules. I really want to make this worth your while, so the prizes are going to be pretty significant. At least, you know, for a channel my size, under 100,000 subscribers. If I had 1 million subscribers, I'd be giving away a PS4 or an Xbox One or something, but I gotta stick with my budget and all. So let's start with 5th place and work our way up to 1st place. The 5th place winner will get an honorable mention shout out on the channel for getting into the top 5 contenders in the contest. Winning any of the top 5 slots will be a big deal, especially if you happen to have your own YouTube channel, because I'll be directing traffic your way for the win. The 4th place winner gets the honorable mention shout out like the 5th place winner. They'll also get shipped their choice of one of the games I've played on the Schooled Zone among the list of about 20 available games. Now, anyone on the planet can enter the contest and win, but I can only afford to ship games within North America. They're Xbox games, so if you don't have an Xbox, you can always give it to a friend as a gift, or I can sign it for you and keep it as a souvenir, totally up to you. The 3rd place winner gets everything the 4th and 5th place winners get, except the honorable mention will now be called the bronze medal. Plus, they'll also get a special School Zone treasure chest key. I've mentioned this in past videos. Winners of certain contests get a special antique key that has a chance to open a mystery chest at a future YouTube event, like VidCon or something, as a celebration for hitting 1 million subscribers. The item in the chest is going to be a huge deal and like nothing that's ever been given away on YouTube before. I'm super excited about that event someday, so you'll want to hold on to that key. If you live overseas, you can still earn the key. I'll just hold it for you until the event, or you know, until I can afford to start shipping stuff overseas as my Patreon account grows. The 2nd place winner gets everything the previous winners get, except instead of a virtual bronze medal, they'll earn the silver medal. Plus, they get one of 2 available loot boxes that I have saved from all the items accumulated from my 1-Up box unboxing videos. I saved a year's worth of really cool merch to give away. I was going to give them away for a promo contest I announced at the beginning of the year, but I didn't really get any bites for that contest, so I saved them up for this contest. Probably over a $50 value worth of swag in each box. And finally, the 1st place winner would get the virtual gold medal, and all the prize choices the previous winners get, and a $50 Amazon gift card. I was going to do a GameStop card like I did for a contest I ran last year, but some people said they don't have a GameStop nearby. So the Amazon card would allow you to buy a game and have it shipped to you, or you know, whatever you want to buy for that matter. You've earned it. Told you the prizes were going to be a big deal. In fact, there may even be more prizes on the way. I'm going to be working on a few sponsorship deals where they might offer some products that I can give away as prizes, kind of like 2K did last year with my Mafia 3 sponsorship. So I may be adding more items to the list over the next couple of months. Stay tuned for that. Now let's talk about the rules. They're pretty simple and straightforward. This is a no mod shop class contest, so that means no mods. We want an even playing field for everyone. You know, some people can't use mods, some people don't want to use mods. All my lessons are based on no mods, so This is a vanilla challenge, but you can use any of the official DLC, which includes Automatron, Wasteland Workshop, Far Harbor, Contraptions Workshop, Vault-Tec Workshop, and Nuke World. On my channel, the add-ons are considered part of the vanilla game because they're all included in the Game of the Year edition. No Creation Club for this contest though. I've mentioned in the comments on a few occasions that when I'm all finished with the No Mod shop class, I'll probably roll into a Creation Club shop class series. But that's down the road. Now, if you've seen my lessons in my various builds, you know that you can do some pretty amazing things without mods, so hopefully those of you who do use mods won't feel too handicapped by disabling them for your entry. But it's important that you're careful about not using mods, because if you somehow slip past my radar and into the top 5 and the community notices you've used mods, you'll probably be eviscerated in the comments. So keep it fair and just build a killer vanilla entry. Next thing you'll need to be able to do is record your settlement on video and do a walkthrough of it. We're all on YouTube here, and it just won't do your submission any justice if you're only able to submit screenshots. You might have the best entry out there, but if we're only seeing it in stills, it won't be the same as seeing it in motion. We want to be able to walk around your settlement with you and appreciate it from all angles. We can be a little forgiving if you don't include commentary, but your best shot at winning will involve a narrated tour. Now, don't feel like you need a radio announcer's voice or anything. Just be yourself and don't feel self-conscious. What we'll be looking at is the merits of your build. Your voice won't even be a factor. Just try to keep it family friendly and all that jazz. Now, some of you may not know the first thing about recording video for YouTube. Trust me, I've been there. Everything I learned about YouTube was self-taught from watching a lot of tutorials. I happen to record my videos using an Elgato, but you don't even need that. If you have a console, I think you can record video right from your console. And most computers these days have a built-in microphone. In fact, after posting this video, I'm going to start a thread over on the Schooled Zone subreddit on ways people can record audio and video if they're on a tight budget. I'm sure others will be able to suggest some free recording software for PCs and all that. Where there's a will, there's a way. Now, you don't have to have an established YouTube channel to post your video, but if you sign into YouTube in order to comment, like, or subscribe, then you do sort of have a de facto YouTube channel. So if you're unfamiliar with how to post videos on YouTube, again, plenty of great tutorials out there. I'll need a way for people to see your full video so they can vote on it. And the best way to do that is to email me a link to your video. Now, the majority of people watching probably know all about how to do this already, but if you've never messed around with making a video for YouTube, then hey, this might be a useful thing to learn in the process. I mean, it can't hurt to learn new things, right? Remember, knowledge is power. Next thing about this contest is it's going to be a collab style format. If you've ever seen collabs on other YouTube channels, you probably know what I'm talking about. One YouTuber will mention another YouTuber and tell you to check out their channel, and the video on the other YouTuber's channel will mention the previous YouTuber and tell you to check out their channel. Those are called reciprocal shoutouts. This contest will be similar to that. I'll be shouting out all the winners and telling you guys to check out their channels, or at least their settlement video if they don't have an established channel. Within your video, I want you to point out all the places where you've used things you've learned from the Schooled Zone. The more the better. To use a school analogy, this contest is like your finals in class. Everything you've learned throughout the semester will be on the test. Except it's better than that because no one fails, and instead of A's, you get cool prizes. Now, of course, you don't have to use something from every one of my videos. That might be overkill and might not even fit into the theme of your build, but it would be great to see a minimum of 3 examples or more if possible. Speaking of examples, a fantastic builder already did this in one of her videos a few months back. Fellow YouTuber and friend of the Schooled Zone, Denise, aka Phoenix Embrace, made a video of her Outpost Simonja build and included a couple of things she learned from some of my videos. Check it out.
So I kind of merged my idea with the Schooled Zone, with his idea of putting a gun rack across here, and then I even stuck a little sign on the front and left kind of the sides open there so you can still see some of the blinking open sign. This other building over here, this weird oblong box building. Oh, and I love this. This is also by the Schooled Zone. He showed a video on how to make the pillory be closed, and I loved this. So I used it, and I gave an example here with a little sign on it of, maybe you can use it as that, or maybe use it as even a bin. You could sink it into the ground and make 4 of them around and throw your junk items in there. Kind of like how I did at the plop shop, and just make 4, in a square. Anyways, there's a lot of possibilities with that, and I will leave a link in the description for his video. I won't tell you how it's done. You have to go watch his video.
Thanks for that, Denise. Go check out her channel, by the way. Links to the full video in the description below. But that's exactly the collab style format you want to include in your submission video. Now for this particular contest, I'd like you to focus on what you've learned from the No Mod Shop class. I'm going to be focused on shouting you out, so I'd like you to include the same respect. There are plenty of other videos you can make shouting out other YouTubers, but for this contest video, keep the commentary narrowed down to the school zone. That's not too much to ask, especially considering the giveaways. To use another school analogy, it's kind of like writing an essay to get into Harvard, you know? You wouldn't say in your essay how great Princeton, Stanford, and Yale are and how you submitted to their admissions department if you don't get into Harvard. You know, it's just not good form. You would do that in individual submissions to each of those other schools instead. So hopefully that makes sense. However, your entire commentary doesn't need to be devoted to what you've learned from my videos. I want you to do a normal narrative tour where you describe all the creative things we see. You've probably seen that style in other build tour videos. You'd simply stop and show off a few things you've learned from me as it comes up organically in the process. This will help others see the practical applications from the lessons as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, if you really can't record your voice for some reason, then you can try and add pop-up notes, but I encourage everyone to give it a shot with recording your voice. And don't worry if you live in another country and have an accent. Trust me, Americans love foreign accents, as long as you can try and speak clear English. Age doesn't matter, gender doesn't matter, nothing matters except the merits of your effort. So don't be self-conscious and give it a try. It's completely free to enter this contest, so don't let anything hold you back. Oh, and I should mention, in case anyone asks, there's no stipulation on what settlement you can build at, as long as it's one of the normally available settlement locations in the vanilla game or from the official DLCs. So whatever settlement strikes your fancy, have at it. In fact, it's going to be really cool to compare one person's settlement build at, say, Croup Manor with another person's settlement at like Dalton Farm or whatever. You can use any glitches or exploits as long as they can be done by console users too. So that means you can't use PC commands to, shift things beyond settlement borders or spawn in cut content or anything like that. Like I mentioned earlier, we want to make this an even playing field. But you can use all the exploits you've seen me use in past lessons, like the settlement size glitch, the rug glitch, the pillar glitch, etc. Just be careful with the settlement size glitch. I don't want you guys to start losing too many frames as you're trying to record your walkthrough. You can also build with any theme in mind, makes no difference. Doesn't even have to be lore friendly per se. The things I'll be looking for in the build should be pretty obvious, creativity, technical skill, originality, aesthetics, decoration. You don't need to worry about settlement happiness or any efficiency factors. This is purely a building contest. You can also do anything you want with settlers or companions or pets or vendors. Dress them up however you want, make it look lived in, what have you, as long as vanilla console users can do it too. Now, when you've built your settlement and followed all the previous rules and you have a video posted to YouTube, you'll want to head over to my contact page on the School Zone website and email me the link from the submission form. Under the general feedback tab, one of the options says collaboration offers. That's normally where other YouTubers get in contact with me for collabs. But since this contest is a collab style format, go ahead and use that form and submit your link. Remember to include your name and email address so I can get back in contact with you if you win. And if you have any other questions about the contest, feel free to leave a comment below or email me your questions or submit a question over on the School Zone subreddit page, tweet me, whatever. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys are capable of. I have a feeling I'm going to get overwhelmed with awesomeness and it'll be hard to narrow it down to 5. But after that, it'll be fun to see you guys vote on the order of the winners. And it looks like I've finished the fencing around the settlement here. Not too shabby for junk fences. I'll make an update video about this build too. In the meantime, I'll be continuing on with the double black diamond lessons in the No Mod Shop class with many more awesome videos on the way. So subscribe and share this video with any of your builder friends who might not know about it already. There's going to be quite a bit of fanfare about this contest over the next couple of months, so stay tuned for updates on all that. Thanks for watching, happy building, and class dismissed.